What is going on, everybody? How you doing? It is now time, and I know I'm late with this, my top 10 Marvel Legends of 2023. So let's just get right into it. Here we go. Okay, so we're here with the top legends of 2023. Let's just jump into it. So starting at number 10, I want to say, and I'm going to give this one, it could have been so much better and it could have been so much higher on my list of this year, of 2023. Not saying this year, because we're in 2024. But this could have been so much higher. I'm going with Blade as number 10. This figure is such an excellent figure. It could have been so much better. It has so much potential. But man, oh man, still a good figure. Still a great Blade figure to have in your collection if you don't have any other ones. This one is probably hands down one of the best ones. Now you can see a little bit of changes I did on mine. I did take some of this stuff from the original Marvel Legends Blade that came out a couple years ago and added it onto this Blade. Made a few alterations with it as well. But I'm sticking with this as my number 10 figure of 2023. Let's hit number 9. All right, so number 9 deserves a good spot on here. It's kind of like a little personal one from me, but I love it, and I'm sure everybody else probably loves this figure. Number 9 is the X-Men 97 Wolverine. This figure is awesome. It's immaculate. It just hits everything that you want as a Wolverine figure. The head sculpt is great. The figure looks great. And I say the reason why I have a little personal feeling on this one is just because I got to meet Cal in person at New York Comic Con last year. So this one is a little close to my heart and dear to me. So I'm giving this one number 9 spot. It's an excellent rendition of Wolverine. X-Men 97 figures look great, but this one was kind of, to me, the standout of all the figures. Besides Bishop, would be, I would say, like the next standout one of that group. But yes, Wolverine is my number 9 figure of 2023 for Legends. So let's go on to number 8 here. And for number 8, I'm going with the big man himself, the Blob. Yes, Fred Dukes is on my list. The big man himself is very well done. He's a great overhaul to what we previously got from the Blob figure years ago. This one is a great addition to have to that one. Different hands, different head sculpt. Just the text, like the detail on him is a lot better than on the original one. And this is just a great addition to have to the Marvel Legends team and to your Brotherhood of Mutants. So, yes, number 8 goes to my man, Fred Dukes, a.k.a. the Blob, because nothing can stop the Blob. All right, so we're going to go ahead and move on here from number 8 to number 7. This is going to be a surprising one for most people because this one, I did like this one. I did like this figure. I think there's some things that could have been better with it, but you know what? I still enjoyed this figure. So we're gonna go with Captain Steve Rogers. Yes, Captain Steve Rogers. This one, like I said, I did like this one. I love that it's updated because the other one was okay. It wasn't great. But this one is a better rendition of that figure. Just the look, the detail of it, the articulation on it. It's a good figure. Now, what could have really set off is if we had the old man Steve Rogers head. Now, it could have been pat with it. That went great. But overall, this figure is hands down, I would say, my number 7 figure for me. All right, number 6 figure It's one that I very highly love. I enjoyed. He has made my life a little bit happy, and I'm hoping we get another figure of him later on down the line in his comic accurate form. But this one is number 6. He didn't make quite high up there, but he's still up there, and that's my boy, the Spot. Love this figure. Love the expression of hands that he has on him. He's just so much fun to play with. Like, I had to buy a second one because I enjoyed this figure so much. You can get so much expression out of just the hands itself to get that feel of like a kind of comedic value. And like this pose here, like he's just laying down, relaxing, just like saying, just being chill. This is a great figure. If you don't have this figure, it's out there. You can probably get it for either at the regular price or a little bit of a cheaper price. But yeah, this figure, I say I highly recommend as a temporary spot, hopefully until a comic accurate spot comes out. But yes, this one is one of my favorites right here. All right, so for number 5, I'm gonna go with the long-awaited Hawkeye and Sky Cycle. Yes, this is a great figure. It's a great classic Hawkeye. The Sky Cycle sets it off with the figure, but the look of this figure is really amazing. I do like this. I may need to get a second Hawkeye just without the Sky slit, but yes, this figure is great. I may do a different bow for him later on, but the articulation, the look of it is amazing. I love this figure. It's one of, like I said, like I said, this one is one of the top figures I like messing around with. It gives that good playability. The Sky Cycle looks great on it. I know I said sled earlier, but Sky Cycle looks great. Very nice build to it. But the figure really is something that we needed in our collection to kind of have that classic Avengers look for our teams. All right, for number 4, I'm going with a redo of a Spider-Man we got already, but I'm a big Spider-Man fan, so I love Spider-Man. I'm going with the vintage carded Spider-Man Target exclusive. I know the only difference is it's the spider on the back, but still, this figure is hands down like one of my favorite Spider-Man figures. The Amazing Fantasy Spider-Man figure is such a great figure. I love it. I didn't switch the feet like most people did with their Spider-Mans. I just like this figure as the posability of it, just getting the expressions out of it, getting those Spider-Man moves that you really want to do with it. It's just hands down awesome. And I actually have this figure, like the Amazing Fantasy figure, I think I have higher than my regular Renew Your Vow Spider-Man. So I like the colors on it as well. The Amazing Fantasy has those dark colors that I love on it. It gives me reminds me kind of if you ever seen Superior Spider-Man before he goes into the new suit. He has those dark colors on it, like that darker blue hue to it, almost close to a black, and they can almost use his body for that, and just give him like almost close to like finger claw gloves as well when Doc Ock took over Peter Parker's body. But anyway, such a great figure. I love this figure. I love taking it around, just having the pose. Just such an amazing classic look of Spider-Man. So there you go. All right, number 3 is a highly asked and new look for a character that we had already gotten. I shouldn't say new look. I should say a new body mode for this character. But I'm going with the Walmart exclusive Bucky Cap. Bucky Cap hit all the marks for a figure. He looks amazing. He looks great. Like the sheen on him. Sorry, let me focus this up here. The sheen on him, just articulation, being on a pinless body, it makes this figure that much better. The only thing I didn't enjoy really on it was like the way the belt's on there. When you twist them, and kind of the belt kind of like twists a little bit with it, but I can kind of overlook that little thing just to have a classic look of this figure, and it looks amazing. The detailing on it, just the butterfly joints, and like I said, the pinless body mold. Now, it looks great. It's something that didn't need to be redone, and now we have that redone in the newer mold. So there you go. All right, so now we're down to the top 2 figures. No, we got through them pretty quickly, but now top 2 figures for me. This number 2 figure is one of the figures I didn't think I would be so in love with and mess with, because it's not like a character I get hyped about. But this figure really made me like need to try to find a second one for him, and that is the 2-pack of Hydra Bob and Deadpool. This figure, my oh my, like on that Renew Your Vows body, this figure really shines. It just has that articulation, that expression, the hands, the weapons really set this figure off. And when you add that Renew Your Vows body to a expressionful character like this, it really can make stories that you do with your photo photography really pop. But just like you just have fun posing him around just in different silly situations, kind of like with Spot. It just makes you it's so much fun of a figure that you just want to play with it all the time. Like you just have it around, just like you think of an idea. Hey, I'm going to pose around Deadpool to see if this idea can work. Because between him and SpiderMan and Renew Your Vows SpiderMan, Amazing Fantasy SpiderMan, they're figures that you just get that posability out of, and you just love it. You're just like, yo, I can do this. Like, man, this is so much of a fun figure just to kind of fiddle with. So there you go. Number 2 is Deadpool. Now let's see who's going to be number 1. All right. A lot of people probably had this figure as their number 1 or within their number 10 list of Marvel Legends. I went with this figure because it is one of the very most articulated figures we've gotten on a buck of this kind. And it is a great figure. It is another figure that I can't put down because it's just a great figure to pose around. And that is super articulated Black Widow. There she is. Such a fun figure. Hands, different head sculpts, different accessories that come with her. Makes her a complete figure for me. I love her. I love just messing around and just posing her up along with Deadpool, Spider-Man. It's just like I said, it's just one of those figures you have that if you have an idea in your head, you can kind of play it out and pose it out with these figures. And she sets it off, especially as a female figure on this buck. Hopefully going forward, we can get a lot more females on this buck. And I'm hoping, and I can't remember if that was said from the get-go or what was said. 2023 is a blur at this point. But yes, this figure really sets it off for me and kind of like hits that definitive line as, wow, I wish all the female figures that come out can be so awesome just like her. But yes, this is my number 1 figure of 2023. And like I said, I know a lot of people probably said that, and she's probably in a lot of people's top 10s, but there's no denying it. This is one of the best female figures, hands down, we've gotten in a very, very long time. All right, so there you have it, my Marvel Legends top 10 of 2023. Here they are again. Like I said, 2023 was a good year for Legends in general. Hopefully 2024 will be even a better year, and also more exciting year for Legends as well. We got a lot to look forward to, especially with the HasLab of Giant Man coming out. So yeah, this is that's another big figure we can look forward to add to our collection. So yeah, here you go, my top 10. If you have any comments, questions, leave them below. Or if you have like differing opinion. I understand it. No problem. Let me know. All right. Y'all have a good one. Stay safe. Later.